Okay guys, we're round baling. This is the last field on my property, the home farm. It's a little side hill. We call it the pumpkin patch. We used to grow pumpkins down here. I grew pumpkins, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years. Out of the 4 or 5 years that we grew them, like they only did good like 2 years. They need a lot of water. So obviously this will be a good year for pumpkins because we had a lot of rain, but I didn't plant any. So then, I don't know how many years ago, we seeded this back. It was pumpkins for 4 or 5 years. We seeded it back probably 4 years ago. It's got some rough spots in it from when we worked it up. It was hard to plow, it was wet. And then when we dissed it, didn't quite get smooth, and it's got a few, it actually has like a spring that comes right out the side of the hill. A couple spots that didn't get smooth, so it's got some pretty good bumps in it. But the hay, I know I talked about it when I mowed it, the hay is really nice. I mean, it looks like real nice hay. There's some weeds in it, but it's pretty thick and it looks pretty good. So cows will eat it for sure. Horses will eat it for sure. But I'd like to, it's kind of like, like to spray it or something for weeds or something, but without it being smoothed out. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Got the drone in the air. Of course, it didn't follow us. Have to try again. Kind of a weird day. I mean, it looks like it's going to rain, but forecast says no. I don't know. The drone forecast said it was good to fly. So we'll try active track. See if it'll stay on us. So I mean, it's weird. It's just kind of a weird day. I mean, it's cloudy right behind me. You can see the clouds. I don't know if you can see on the camera now, but it's cloudy. But last time I checked, it said no rain until 2 o'clock. It's only 1 o'clock now, so I'm hoping to get this all baled before it actually does rain. But if it does rain, I am not going to let it bother me. I really don't care. It's good hay. Come out, flip it over, bale the rest of it. It'll be fine for the cows. It's not a big deal. But had to quit yesterday. Had to go. My kids were at Vacation Bible School, and they had a culminating activity was like. Kids sang some songs, and then there was a dinner it's like a community dinner, so they invited the whole community. Town was invited to. It was pretty neat. They had a couple great big bounce houses, and the only thing about the singing was my daughter Lainey stood behind the big kid, and he blocked her. He blocked her. So I only took one picture of Judd. I would have liked to get a picture of all of them, but the way that they did it was a little hard to see them all. But it was pretty neat. The one bounce house was just huge. Unbelievable how big it was. The drone lost me again. Tried a couple more times, I don't know. It's out over the trees somewhere. Go figure. I wish you could make it so active track, you could have boundaries. Like you'd be like, don't fly more than, I'm not sure how you would do that, but it'd be nice if you could tell it to not fly more than a couple 100 feet away or something. Yeah, try it again. it'd be cool if you could say, hey, follow, you know, like you're out here following the tractor. If you could tell it to stay within, you know, if you could get within a couple hundred feet of the tractor, you know, you could set it so you're, you know, 10 windrows away or whatever, and it say active track, but stay within these boundaries, then you wouldn't have to worry about it. Because active track, it kind of has like a mind of its own. It goes out and it gets awesome shots. When it works, and it looks great. It really does. It crosses behind you, it does all kinds of crossing, like cinematic looking shots. But in order to do that, it moves far enough out that it gets to the trees. And sometimes even if you have it higher in the air, it still doesn't work, because you set the, you know. And then if you're too far away, I mean, it's, you know, like the other day when I was mowing this field, I had a point of interest, and I mean, it was all right. It sat there and we could get the end. It didn't get any of this up here mowing, but it was almost too far away, you know. But it did a good job keeping track. And of course, I think the lighting messes with it. It's kind of like cloudy. Lighting obviously messes with the sensor. See, like right there, it lost me. I don't know where it is, but oh, got a bale. Sure. Someday we're gonna fix this thing so it beeps. Really would like to figure it out by myself. Haven't even messed with it this year. I need to go back through and check all the wiring and see if it's something stupid, which it probably is. So started off the day today with a flat tire. So I got up, got around. I was gonna go feed the cows. Got over to the horse barn to get the feed. There was no feed to feed the cows, so I couldn't do that. So then I went up to the baler. I wanted to grease that bearing back there, the new one. Give it a couple shots of grease, and so I did that. Greased the rake, cleaned the hay out of the I'm gonna try taking it up higher. I'm gonna take it up a couple hundred feet and zoom in real big, see if that works. Picks it up as a vehicle. So I had the rake had some hay on the arms where it's not supposed to by the bearings, and cleaned that all out and greased the rake and greased the baler, and just kind of messed around, counted my wrapped bales. I walked and counted them to make sure I got them counted right, and just kind of messed around a little bit. And I jump on the tractor. I'm finally like, all right, I'm gonna go rake. It was like 9:45. I'm gonna go rake. I walked across the grass. There wasn't any dew. The dew was finally, it was hot. The dew was finally gone. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go rake. So I jump on the tractor and I go like, I don't think I even went 50 feet. And I'm like, boy, it seemed like steering kind of hard. And we had trouble with the power steering. What do you call it? Power steering reservoir actually has a crack in it for the power steering fluid. So at first I thought, well, maybe it's just low on fluid. I looked down, the tire's flat. So I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do. I was like, well, could rake with the 966. I didn't really want to because the 966 is hooked up to the square baler and I didn't really want to mess around going on hooking it and hook it up to the rake. And of course the tire's flat. I still got to get the tractor out of the way. Wouldn't be tons of driving to unhook the tractor, but it's more than what I wanted to do with the flat tire. So I thought, well, it had been 2 days. You know, it didn't go soft on me when I was raking. It had been 2 days since I raked. So I thought, well, I'll go get the compressor, pump it up, come up, pump up the tire, and, you know, if it stays up, I'll just go rake. Well, it stayed up fine. It still looked like it was just as hard as when I started, when I put it back. So I got this all raked, and, you know, I'll deal with it another day. Obviously needs a tube. That same tire, it must have something wrong in the rim. So I think we've had a flat tire on that same tire every year. I know we did last year. I'm pretty sure we did the year before. So it probably has like a burr or a bad spot in the rim that's cutting, you know, probably cutting the tube and making the tube leak. And of course the tire, you know, probably has a hole in it. So that's why I had a tube in it anyway. But not much, you know, whatever. And it's funny because every time we take it to the tire place, we know the guy, you know, pretty well. We take all the tires. That's where I got the rake tire and everything. We've taken that tire there probably, I'll bet you it's been 5 times. And he's always said, boy, that might not work. You might need a different tire. So whatever it is about that tire, however it's made or whatever, I don't know if it's the bead or I don't even know what kind of tire it is. The bead or something, he's every time, like probably 3 times, he's been like, I'm not sure. He's like, we could put a tube in it, but I'm not sure it's going to work. And it has. So I think that it probably has a spot in the rim that's cutting the tube. And last year, my nephew was raking and it went flat on him and he didn't even notice. So I noticed that. I don't know how much he had drove around on it. And and the guy said the same thing, oh, why don't we put a tube in it, but I don't know if it's going to work. That tire might be shot. And he's like, boy, it looks like it's brand new, but I'm not sure it's going to work. One winter it went flat when I was plowing snow. I know he said the same thing that time. So it must be something about the way the tire is, the bead or something that makes it look like it's weak. Drone does not like me today. Well, let's click exit. See if I can start over. Does not like the trees. It's right here somewhere. Let's see. I'm zoomed in so far I can't. It's right here, right over top of us. You would think 170 feet would be good. Oh. Maybe that's the problem. Doesn't like the unable to switch subjects. I don't have nothing picked. Oh, try it. It wouldn't do active track. Something about unable to switch subjects. I don't know what it's talking about. Guess I better dump my bale out. I think if it stops following you on its own and it doesn't give you the option to cancel the mission, it won't pick up another one. It won't pick me up at all now. I don't know what it's even looking at. Function only supports following subjects and such as people. Somehow I got on the wrong. Oh my goodness. Talk about annoying. I don't know. Won't do active track at all. It says only follows vehicles and people. Up there it identified it as a vehicle. Wish they would make some kind of improvement to that. Look for windows or wheels or something besides whatever. I have no idea how the sensors work, but I'm sure they're going to improve it. Kind of staying on the baler. Was. They'll follow a car like there's no tomorrow. There we go. Finally got it picked up as a vehicle, maybe. Might get a little bit of drone footage that's worth something. Got it higher in the air. Hopefully avoids the trees. Nope. God bless America. Why does it do that? Just drive right out of the screen. pick it up as a vehicle. I don't know. Picked it up as a vehicle, then I drove this little ways and it lost me, and now it won't pick me up as a vehicle. Everything's annoying today. Everything. Gosh darn it. No! Now I can't get out of stuff. Got into something else, now I can't figure out how to get out of it. The screen sometimes is just dumb. More practice. I'll get it all set and the battery will die is what's going to happen. Now I can't get it to do anything. Man, I don't know. Can't get it out of waypoint or whatever the heck it's in. I don't know. Talk about annoying. How do you cancel it? Come on. I don't know. Somehow I clicked on waypoint and I cannot figure out how to get it out of waypoint. Just touching the screen and got on the wrong thing. Just annoying. Try to get it to do just a little bit of following you around, but oh no. I don't see how to cancel this stupid waypoint thing. So anyway, I guess we're not going to have any drone footage. I'm going to have to land it to get it to reset. That's the only thing I can think of, because I can't figure out which button I'm supposed to click on the touch screen. I'll see an X or exit. Battery level's low, so it's going to go land anyway. Of course, I'm on the opposite side of the field. Let's see if it lands. I got the case set on the ground next to the round bale instead of on the round bale. And the baler's not going to trip now. Great. Just freaking great. All right, guys. Well, we're going to call it a video. For some reason, the baler didn't trip to tie. So I have to get out and check that. Call it a video. This is the last field that we're baling at my farm. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more from Triple D Farms, Triple D Maple, and Triple D Cabins. Have a great day.